This is Asma. Asma's
Hello.
She's mathematician, artist, fencer.
How are you guys doing tonight?
They're doing great. Right? How are you guys doing? Assalamu alaikum. Have some chai.
On a cold day or not?
Lunch break or dinner.
It matters not.
Chai is my heritage.
A part of my upbringing.
Chai is how we test our rituals.
And how we end every dawat.
Chai runs in our veins, it flows like water.
Like gold on our bangles, it is highly sought after.
Listen up close and become cups for our poem.
Like chai, our shairi will warm up your soul.
Water, Pani, the Pani that rains on us as a blessing from the Almighty, a reminder that all hardships are washed away with His mercy. Water, Pani for the fields that my forefathers tilled, because in our Pind, our village, if there was no water, there'd be no biryani. Pani, the name-giving ingredient to the single best thing you can get from any street vendor in Pakistan. It satisfies my every craving, the Pani Puri. That is the answer. Pani, like water for my chai. Let's add some heat with our poem and watch this Pani boil.
And become a pensive as we toss in the cloves, the start of our spice-filled journey, to recall what it is you, me, and us, where I learned that chewing long is good for the teeth and even better for the stomach, a natural anthelmintic my father taught me, and gives you good breath too. And of course I heard accounts of it from my sister, how her classmates smelled the clothes on her breath, but being in America couldn't quite place the strange and enticing aroma, and told her, quite baffled himself, "You smell delicious." Cloves, my #1 go-to spice for making chai. Oh, you bold spice, so sharp and nice, ground up and even put onto rice.
Cardamom, elaichi, one in the chai for you, one in the chai for me, and one popped in between my teeth. You see, flavors are memories, and I remember the first time. I remember my daddy telling me to chew on some. Go on, it's tasty, and I'm like, excuse me, we use that in our dishes. But I decided to go for it. I tried it, and I got hooked. So she gave me a bunch of elaichi from the bag my mother brought back from Iran, and I kept it with me, savoring this spice incessantly. They say that spices have souls. And when you cook, you release them. In this Irani cardamom that I chewed, I tasted the rolling hills of Shiraz, the greenery of Isfahan, and the hustle and bustle of Tehran. I tasted Iran's rich soils, which gave birth to cardamom unlike that which could be found in any other place. Ask any Irani friend you know. The hail from Mashhad carries a taste of South Iran in its seeds.
Cinnamon sang the singing man, his song on Desi land. The dal chini, the chini that is not used to sweeten your khana, reminded the singing man. Cinnamon heard so many times, one song after another, the taste, the sharp cut into our veins to remind us that our stories run deep. We came from rich fields, only heard about in song, stories written with pens of spices, the cinnamon that winding back to karai gosht, biryani, nehari, and khorma, and ran into our bloods and taste buds. To be alive with the spice of life that runs underground is the foundation laid by cinnamon didgeridoos, providing the rich base for elaichi's gentle melody.
Dance, my spices, swirl and twirl until your colors run deep and illuminate the rolling boils. A canvas, not quite blank, now ready for some expression and elevation of hosh ki josh. The scene is set, the characters developed, it's time for the climax of our story. But our story needs a hero. Bring in the hero, the tea leaf, the patta. Ye patta hamara, this leaf of ours has its own origin story, as heroes often do. A thought, planted and packed in fortification, rising against all odds, back bent in the wind, but never broken, unfurling in the sun's approving glow. The son of a farmer and his hoe became the lead, and his hands became the weave. From there to here, from then to now, and now the smells, this chai. A reflection of the mehnat, the effort that brought it to me. Mehnat that runs through the lines and the leaves into the scented air that I breathe. Ye wahan ki kahani hai, ye yahan ki kahani hai.
ये दूध की कहानी है, मेरी बाबा की कहानी है. This is the story of the milk. This is the story of my father. Early morning rises, he would walk on dirt ways because pathways and alleyways didn't exist that far back away. He'd meander to the farm to get fresh milk from the bhens, the cow, and the cow was black, completely black, he told me. My father would milk the cow. The farmer would milk the cow right in front of my father, and my father would carry it back in a metal pail with a lid. And he'd walk the way watching kids play, looking up at trees, keeping his eyes peeled for new birds. Bulbul, he called, and he'd run away scared from the dogs. The milk, though, was lightly warm, a bit creamy, and soft as silk. And all together in a pot, bring it to a boil, not once, not twice, but thrice. The chai boils and my blood boils when I remember
Pakistan and the stolen daydreams of its children. Let's not forget Zubair, who told Congress, I no longer love blue skies. In fact, I now prefer gray skies. The drones do not fly when the skies are gray. When the sky brightens, drones return and we live in fear. The chai boils and my blood boils when I remember.
Peshawar, let's not forget 145 murdered at school by merciless, cowardly terrorists. If our children cannot go to school without fear, what kind of life is there left to live? 145 people in one massacre, a list of names too long to read even tonight. The chai boils and my blood boils when I remember
disunity. When Pakistan and India were partitioned, my great-great-grandfather lost immense stores of wealth and family members too. Muslims still in both lands, the animosity seethes. It's easy to look back and dissociate ourselves from what we were never a part of, but let's not forget today's disunity in the homeland. When bomb blasts in the masjid, target killings, all for how one chooses to pray to the same God. How can we make sure we bring the best of our cultures to America and leave the terrible parts behind?
It's boiled thrice.
So let's turn off the heat.
One ummah.
One people.
One pot of chai.
Let this tea unite all that may drink it.
With peace.